what's up? It's Denny back. And you can see today I got the Impala kind of straightened out up there sitting on the table. But today's episode is not about that. I said I wanted to take a break from the Impala for a while because it starts with simple great ideas and then it turns into hack it up and get it running. And that's what it did, and I'm getting way ahead of myself, so it's time to tear it all apart and finish up all the list of things I had to do. But today's segment is on the bruisers that I got. So I wanted to go over the different tire things, I guess you could say, tire sizes, tire brands, and all that I have got. If you notice, if you see this rim here, you see it's a G-Air wheel. And I did find a set of pitbulls, believe it or not, that were hanging on the shelf at the hobby store around here. And they've been extinct for I don't know how long. So I put them on the G-Airs and pumped them up. Now, you can see, I mean, they're nice and squishy, and it's got a little rock to it, you know. And I had super swampers on the G-Air wheels, which I put on this. This is my Truggy, and you can see those are on G-Air wheels also. And the thing is, they thin out as you blow them up. You can see how thin they are. Now these are super swampers on a set of stock bruiser rims, and you can see it has a nice width with a nice little bulge on the outside. When you use the G-Airs, unless you throw foams in them, putting foams in them defeats the purpose. And you can see the pit bulls too. If you compare the front and the rears, the pit bulls are a little wider on these. Now I'm running Vanquish axles on this one here, and they're the Curry rock crawlers. And this one is actually a Red Cat 2260 kV motor, 14.4 volts with the Sen GSTE tranny in it. It's pretty nuts, and you can see that's why it's got the cage around it. And this one here, I'm just basically running the Vitera Twin Hammer 15 turn motor, and you know, low voltage 7.4 volts. Now this one here, I'm running a 12 volt system in the thing, and this has the RC 4-wheel drive V8 in it, in there with a brushless setup in it. And yep, got a crack in the windshield, you can see. But this is pretty cool too. But these are all basically first generation bruiser frames, and that I've had laying around. I just keep building stuff out of them. This one here, I'm running the extra speed aftermarket axles that I had problems with, which I did a video on because they were machined all wrong and thrown together all wrong. These are for the Wraith, these here. So they have a nice width to the things, which I like. And of course these are your stock bruiser, you know, the re-release axles in this. But like you say, and these are not the Wraith width on these here. I didn't want the Wraith width, so I stuck with just the narrower axles to give it more realism, I guess. And I used a spacer that you can buy from RC 4-wheel drive. It's like a 1/4 inch spacer or something like that you put in there. It has a nice heavy duty nut and everything on it, and the wheels stay on. You know, they don't go flying off. I'm really surprised that the axles actually held up to this power I'm running through this thing. What I did do, I did cut my punch right down to nothing on my speed controller, and I set it to the first setting, because that is extremely important here, because if not, you're going to lose axles, like drive shafts and everything. But I actually made custom drive shafts for this too. I used the Sen GSTE drive shafts, and I cut them and shortened them down a little bit, and I used the Sen collar that goes into the rear end, and I made a little spacer to put it in there. So they've actually held up really well. Actually, I did bend an axle on this thing when I was toppling it over. But so as you can see, that's what the G-Air wheels look like. I like the G-Air wheels. I think they're really cool. I had a lot of trouble with the bead locks breaking from just playing around outside and inside. Actually, I was just tooling around here one day, and it was like, you jump over something or flip over and break the bead lock because it was, But I've actually flipped this thing several times, and it's never had an issue with them. So I don't know if I just had some bad ones, or maybe I over tightened them or whatever. But these here, actually, these are the ones I altered and took the, I guess it was like an electrical spacer, and just drilled the holes in it. And I did a segment on that, one of my other videos too. And these I had on this right here. But I wanted to try the pitbulls out and see what they do. The thing is, these things swell up like pizzas. I mean, they swell right up. I mean, they grow like another half size here, so I get tremendous speed out of this thing. And I'm running open differentials front and rear and center, so there's not a lot of strain on, the small parts. But so that's my segment today. I'm gonna sit down and watch some NASCAR, I guess. So like, share, and subscribe, everybody, and we'll be getting back on to this here soon. I'd like to start getting it ready to paint and try to figure out the the issues that I had, here and there with the thing. I gotta tear everything off the frame and paint the frame and make any alterations that I needed to make according to my notes. And when I ran it last time, it really wasn't, it didn't have a front end alignment on it, so you can see it was, the rear end was just walking all over the place because it's a solid locked axle in the back, and it was really squirrely, and any little gravel or anything on the pavement there was really giving me an issue. But so anyways, guys, this is Denny. I'm gonna head out, have some beers, and watch NASCAR. So have a good one. Adios.